Hey everybody, welcome to the show. We're here today at the Forsyth Tech Aviation Center with Mr. Greg Parvis.
That is correct.
There we go. And, we're going to go through the program today, check out this facility that they just recently put together for everybody. I'd love for you guys to come with us and go through the building, see everything you can see, and check out the stuff that you're going to get to experience when you come over here and join this program. All right, there you go.
What this is one of our training aircraft that we have here. A lot of the aircraft that you'll see throughout the hangar here is aircraft that we purchased. Some of it was donated. Aviation is a small community and everybody helps each other. So there are 5 programs in North Carolina providing 147 programs like us. The first one started in Goldsboro, North Carolina, Wayne Community College.
Okay, I know where that's at.
The second one was in Greensboro. GTCC started a program. Craven Community College, where I was at for about 9 years, started the next one. And then the College of Albemarle down near Elizabeth City. And then us here at Forsyth Tech in Winston-Salem. So with this, it's a small community. We always help each other. We're not competing against each other. What we're trying to do is provide a service for a student to come out, learn, and earn their airframe and power plant certificate. With that, as you see, as we go through here, we have a lot of different things that the student is able to work on. This particular aircraft, this was a aircraft that was actually donated.
Okay.
From Guilford Tech. And
nice. Well, thanks to Guilford Tech.
Thanks for Guilford Tech. They have been wonderful. And like I said, we work together to make sure that we are putting out good students. This particular plane was donated. The reason I like it so much is because everything is open to the plane. So when you come in here, there's no coverings, no nothing. So a student can come in or anybody coming in and I can point out things instead of it covered.
Right.
And so I kind of gave it a nickname Mad Max because it kind of looks like something that you would see in the movie. But this is not running right now, but we will eventually get it running. This is one of our next things that we're going to do is, with the students and all, get everything running. I will probably put a windscreen on here, but everything else stays open.
But this thing's going to fly?
It's not going to fly, but we're going to, here we don't fly them, we get them back running.
Okay.
And everything else, but we use it for training where the technician can learn how to fix them.
Your project becomes a running example as you progress through the program.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We really like that. That's really cool for people coming in. If y'all come in, you get on here, and it's not just pointless running through the paces with the vehicle or the aircraft. Sorry. Yeah. So it is a vehicle, but the aircraft.
It's all under transportation.
It's all under transportation. You're going to be able to get this engine, apart, back together, running, and you'll be the ones that actually accomplish it. I think that's awesome. Yeah. It's not something a lot of people offer. I think it's fascinating to see this thing in pieces. Because being a mechanic, I'm seeing a motor that doesn't look quite like what we have in the cars.
More like a Volkswagen engine if you look at it.
It does look a lot like a Volkswagen engine. Yeah, the 60, look more like a 62 or 66 Volkswagen motor with 2 extra cylinders on it.
That's it.
Yeah.
When a student comes in here, and it's just like I'm sure when they're going through your shop, they're not going to be master mechanics, but at the same time, when they go out in the field, they got to understand how a turbine works. Mm-hmm. And also not just how the turbine works, but how the accessories also work. And then we break it down to the smallest part. And everybody knows what a compressor is. Mm-hmm. But then here I can show them how, the same amount of air is being, as you see, get smaller and smaller.
So this kind of keeps it, this last set keeps it in the combustion chamber, make sure it's going.
Yeah, and as you know, there's very hot flame inside, so we're trying to keep it off the walls itself.
Okay.
So the air is being directed, so the center flame is being directed to the center. And so now you have airflow around, which keeps the case itself from getting too
I
hot.
might be wrong, but does the Venturi effect have anything to do with that going through the system?
Yeah.
It goes in here, it compresses through the fans,
So-
and then it goes into the combustion
Boom.
chamber. How does all that magic happen exactly?
Exactly the same thing as what you just said.
Oh, yeah?
And that's what I start out with.
Good job, hey, thank you, just kidding.
I should come.
We have a lot of people with a lot of knowledge in mechanical
I got
mechanics.
A+.
Yeah, you cannot change how fuel is burning. You know what I mean? You have to have the air, how you get in the air, you compress. How do you do an engine?
And this has
You
spark
take the
plugs?
cylinder, you gotta
Mix it, use it, right?
Yep, and you're compressing it. We're compressing in the same way. And then you have to have, air come in. This is where the air mixers, everything's being mixed. And then after that, guess what we have? We have exhaust. Now, if I wanted to make that,
Clearly sprays something this way.
yeah, this is going, well, no.
No, I think it's
Oh,
just,
okay.
it's just what it is.
It's-
Student modification, right?
This is this is
Somewhere over
I
here.
do have a question. I
Lubricant.
noticed you have wire tie on here, securing some of these bolts. We used to use these in NASCAR and race applications. Tampering
Yeah, and
effect
I
to make
can-
sure things don't bolt.
Right.
Is this that's very common throughout the aircraft?
I was just saying, we've got what looks like to us as mechanics a boxer motor. What is that to you in the aeronautics industry?
Well, as you have an alternator providing the electricity
Yes.
to the spark plug.
Okay.
After you start the engine, this is a electrical motor, basically. And it's not a motor, but it's putting out a field
Okay.
to make the spark.
Like a regenerative type system that
So it's
also
the same.
stores and provides.
So it's the same as if you were running your pushmore at
I
home.
was just about to ask
And
you. if
you
it was
crank
the
it,
same as
and it has
all
a magnet on it, and it's making a magnetic flux, it's making a flux field inside there, you got a wire.
Basically, the magnet is a fully enclosed spark system.
Yes.
Provides.
So if you lose,
regenerates.
yes, if you lose battery power, you don't lose your engine.
Okay.
And with this, you have two.
So are
And
these,
how,
are these backup or primary? They're to the battery backup. They're primary. So like our alternator for a car is a primary.
primary.
That's all in one unit.
So you can see this is a nice project at the very end, but even you can see that these are countersink rivets, they're flush. And so aerodynamic wise, you're not gonna have that drag.
Right.
And so when the student is having to be able to go over there to one of the machines and make this curvature, at the same time, when everything is done, we're gonna take a hammer and damage this. Now they have to cut this out, the damaged port, make a patch for it, plus they gotta make a doubler plate back here
Okay.
for that to attach
It's gotta
to.
look like that again when they're done.
Yep, so then at the isn't meeting the clearances.
Okay.
And then at the and on top of that, you have this right here. So this channel that's being built right here, you can see, oh, it's very simple and I can just bend this, but we're bending it, we're marking everything before we bend. If this has to be 1 inch and 1 inch, where are we supposed to bend it? Because we have to allow for the stretch
Right.
and the compression on the other side. So it's called bend allowance and setback. It's a little math problem that we do, but you have to put that into where to actually start the bend.
And the industry's already done the math to tell whether that is
Yeah.
or isn't strong enough.
Yeah, and so, and this, is something that you would see out in the industry. And at the very end, you can see that we first came in here, learned how to drill straight. How do you hold this,
Yeah.
How do you, and then what's a rivet? How do you buck a rivet on the other side? How much do you buck it and know that it's a go or no go? So you have to learn those things, but we do this project we're here, we do it in 3 weeks. This machine right now, it's got about, I don't know how many computers, let's say 8 or 9 computers that drives this. I got 2 of the computers that have to be worked on right now. But if you want to look up in there,
Yes.
you will see,
Go ahead, Edward.
you'll see the screens, you'll see it's real. So this comes off a floorboard of major airlines.
Okay.
And so it's looking like that when it came in, well, not that one, but it came in and we cut through the layers. So the fiberglass layer down to the carbon layer.
Right.
And then we kept sanding down through the layers, kind of like plywood.
Right.
And we sand down till we get to the center, cut out and replace the center.
You need to attach to that core
This
right
is the
there.
honeycomb
Okay.
portion
Okay.
right here. and we cut out the circle that's the same size, put it back in here, and then they have to build it back up. The machine that we use,
Weighs nothing, by the way.
this is a machine that's used out in the industry. And we have 4 of these. And so this keeps up with how much everything is going on with that curing process.
Right.
From heat to pressure, all that stuff. And it prints out things as we go. So it makes sure that it's heating evenly
You're
and
monitoring
curing it.
the curing process.
Yes, the whole process all the way through. You're trying to sand through the layers of fabric. Downdraft tables right here to keep the fibers from floating away.
So out of curiosity, if you have a student in here that takes off his respirator,
What happens? Well, hopefully he won't, but that's why this downdraft table was here.
oh, this pulls air.
Yeah.
Because I know we're dealing with fiberglass and fibrous material.
That's why you
that we're
have all of
sanding.
these, as you see in here, this is very strong. If they're sanding, everything is going down.
That's.
But they also, as you said, they're doing that also.
Right.
And over here, this is all vacuums too. So if I
Okay.
want to pull this down and sand right here, it's taking those same fibers.
90% of it, 99%.
Yeah, most of it.
Most of it.
We would use we would use those in a welding
Yeah,
school as well
More or
too.
less.
Same concept.
Are y'all gonna be doing anything where somebody wanted to come in and take a portion at some point, somebody in different fields?
Eventually, what we want to do, the biggest thing that we were trying to do was make sure that the student, when they come out in here with a brand new program, that we were focusing on everything to make sure that everything was in place properly.
The structure.
Yeah, some of those, and that's the great thing about the equipment that we use. It can be used throughout the course, but we do have industry tools and the equipment where we can have these individual classes that is used for the industry.
This is all very fascinating. I promise you, everybody in this room is very interested
Yeah.
in that in the future. So we all, best wishes for the program, moving forward quickly.
Yeah, thank you.
We're done when Edward's camera dies.
Yeah, we're
So-
gonna take camera.
Yeah, so if there's a fire, how am I going to detect that fire? This right here goes around, let's say, the engine itself. Looks like a coat hanger, but inside here is a solution of, let's say, salt.
Okay.
And so when this
So-
heats up, it's going to melt. When it heats up, it melts. You have a crown, light goes off. All of a sudden, you hit the bottle, the flame goes out. This is going to turn solid, light goes out.
Gotcha.
If you're in a cargo, you got sensors, light sensors going across. And just like if you have smoke in something, it's going to deflect the light.
Yeah.
And so then it's going to make it go off
Right.
as you distinguish it in
Notices
a
the
cargo.
particles passing
Yep.
through the beam.
And here you can see, this is basically a metal.
Yeah.
And now my mind's went blank on it.
Oh, you're good. Like a long It happens to me all the time. So
So is that like a mercury?
do these work together right
Yeah.
here? Okay. And are they emitting? They're not emitting
So
light.
no, it's not. I can heat
Okay.
this up.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
gets heated up similar to our sodium
Yes,
system
same
right
thing.
here.
Gotcha.
Okay. But this is a different metal inside.
Yes,
Right.
it's similar metals.
Camera
Let's say
batteries, and
goodbye.
batteries.
One last time, we're with Forsyth Tech. We're at the Aviation Center. I want to say aeronautics. I apologize. We're at the Aviation Center. We had a great time tonight. Thank you. We really appreciate it.
Thank y'all for
You're
coming
always a
over.
great guest, or I guess host. You got
Yeah,
a lot
thank
of
you.
knowledge,
A lot
so
of
thank you.
Might do a second
You guys
episode.
who are watching, anything you saw that you really liked, go back and review that. Again, comment section, please subscribe. Talk to us. We'll help you get in touch with the program, help you
Yep.
get into the program, anything we can do to help. Like I said, we want more and more of you guys who want to be in the industry to get here. So please subscribe, have a good time, and as always, good night.
And thank you.